Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's me Rifi and I'm 19. Now I'm very excited to make this video because it's been a while since 2 weeks ago I'm not making any video because I got sick for like 1 week. And what is typhus in English? Okay, I need to. Typhus is typhoid fever. Typhus fever. So that's why today I'm feeling very fresh, healthy, and happy. So today we are going to talk about the feelings of almost every teenager on the planet, caring way too much about what other people think. If you clicked on this video, you're probably exhausted. You're overthinking about your outfits, you're deleting Instagram posts just because they didn't get enough likes, staying quiet in class even when you know the answer, and hiding what you actually enjoy because you are terrified that someone will call it cringe. I'm not here to give you a temporary advice or making you suddenly the most confident people or telling you just be yourself, ignore the haters. Because when you are a teenager, whether you are in middle school, high school, or just entering college, your social survival feels like literal life or death. It is biologically wired into you to care about the group. But I'm going to tell you to face that fear. Because at 19, looking back at the things that used to keep me awake at night, I realized how much time I wasted. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's actually talk about how to detach from other people's opinion. First, the spotlight effect. The first step to not caring is realizing a very harsh but incredibly comforting truth. Nobody is thinking about you. I know that sounds mean, but hear me out. There's a psychological concept called the spotlight effect. It's the phenomenon where we tend to believe we are being noticed or evaluated by others way more than we actually are. You think there is a giant spotlight on you all the times. Okay, now I want you to remember when is the time you did something embarrassing. Maybe you tripped in the hallway, or maybe your voice cracked while reading out loud. You probably thought about it for a week. But now, try to remember the last time someone else's tripped or embarrassed themselves. Right? You probably can't. You just move on with your day. Everyone is the main character of their own movie. When you walk into a room and you are worrying about how your hair looks, but actually everyone in that room is also worrying about how their hair looks, or if their crush texted them back, or what they are having for a lunch. People are way too obsessed with themselves to obsess over you. You are a passing thought in their day. Free yourself with that knowledge. 2. Decoding judgment and projection. In reality, sometimes people do judge. Sometimes people make comments. High school and teenage environments can be brutal, but we need to decode what judgment actually is. When someone makes fun of you for trying something new, let's say that you decide to make a YouTube channel, or you wear outfit that stands out, or you trying really hard in school. If someone calls you a try-hard or makes a joke about you, that says absolutely nothing about you and everything about them. When you step out of the box and do something brave, it forces the people around you to look at their own lives. For example, if they are too scared to post their art and they see you posting yours and it makes them uncomfortable, they attack you to make themselves feel better about their feelings. Once you deeply understand this, insults lose their power. The loudest, the most judgmental people in your school or in your circle usually is the most insecure person. Happy, fulfilled, confident people do not waste their time tearing down teenagers for trying to live their lives. 3. The exposure therapy method. So, how do we actually practice this? How do we build that quiet confidence? You have to build up a tolerance to cringe. You need exposure therapy. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is doing it anyway and realizing you didn't die. Start small. I challenge you this week to intentionally do something out of your comfort zone that you are afraid of being judged for. Post that photo on your story that you think it is cute, but it isn't aesthetic enough, raise a hand and ask a question in class even when you think that question is dumb. Wear that shirt that's been sitting in your closet because you were too scared to wear it outside. Do it, let your heart race, feel the anxiety, and then watch what happens. The world keeps spinning. Nobody is going to point and laugh. The more you collect this evidence, the evidence that you can survive being seen, the less you will care. It is a muscle. You have to train it. Fourth, the grief of outgrowing people. I want to end with something that nobody tells you about this process. When you stop caring about what other people think and start living authentically, you might lose some people. And that is a very real, very painful part of growing. Sometimes your friend groups are built on mutual insecurities. You bond over blending it, over complaining, or over judging others. When you decide to step out of that and be authentically yourself, your old friends might not knowing how to handle it, and they might pull away. It is going to hurt, but you have to let them go. Because holding yourself to make people comfortable is the biggest disservice you can do to your own life. When you clear out the people who only like the quiet or people-pleasing version of you, you make room for the people who actually love the real you. The peace that comes with just being yourself is worth 10 times than just the approval of people you won't even talk to in 5 years. You are allowed to take up space, you are allowed to be cringe, allowed to make mistakes. Okay guys, if this video helped, please let me know in the comments what you will going to do this week. A small thing, that's fine, to step out of your comfort zone. Make sure to subscribe if you want to keep growing together. And if you have any advice or recommendation what video I should do next, you can always comment down below. And I really appreciate it. I'm Rifi, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!